Hello, and welcome back to Animal Crossing, where today we're going to be starting a brand new island. So we did go out and we bought the new Switch2s, and I do have my 2 islands currently, but since I started a new profile, I decided why not do a 3rd island. So I don't think I'm going to be concentrating too much on the design of this island. I'm going to be instead doing a bit more of a gameplay island. So straight into the name, and of course my name once again is going to be Mumsy, and my date of birth is the 21st of the 5th. Mumsy, let's see. Oh yes, here you are. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. The new Switch 2 does have a massive screen. I can't really say I was I was kind of expecting it to be different, like a larger model, but it does seem very large indeed. It does look very nice. I'm currently playing with it docked at the moment. There is little to no difference, especially just the sort of the Joy-Cons themselves are a bit different. So I'll be commenting on the actual the console as I play the game, as I get familiar. This is the first time I've touched it. And this character will do straight away, since I might not like the islands and have to restart, so this will do just fine. Okay, and here are our options, and honestly I'm not really liking them. So I don't like double southern river mouths. That's definitely a no-no for me. However, I was hoping for some distance between the airport and the sort of the town hall, so I could plop the museum very front and center, since that's going to be my sort of priority here, and I don't have the space, so I'm going to have to just do this again, aren't I? I'll be right back when I have a few more options, or hopefully until I find one that I do like. So sorry about that. No, none of these. And I'm back again, and unfortunately there's this one, but it has the double southern river mouths, and I kind of don't like that. I don't know, that the landscaping, especially on the left side, that long wiggly bit there, I don't really like it along the beach. So I would say that normally I'm not that picky, but today it's not really going in my favour, so I'm going to attempt this one more time. Okay, and with my 3rd attempt, and I believe my final attempt, because this one here looks just fine, it does mean that my my museum will be unfortunately sort of stacked with the resident services immediately behind it, but that's fine, I suppose. I think I'll make do rather than have it sort of very sort of I don't know, this one would work too. It could be directly beside it. It wouldn't be the worst, would it? But now I'm having to pick. Ooh, now that could be fine, having them directly side by side. I've never done that before, as opposed to this one. Ooh, now that I'm facing a choice. Although this doesn't give me an awful lot of run-up space, but perhaps I don't need it, since I'm not really I don't really have a theme in mind, so I'm going to completely ignore this one, which I was going to do. I'm going to do this one. It's interesting. It's got an interesting shape, but it's certainly, I don't think, anywhere near any island that I've done before. So yes, why not? I'll do this one. So with no theme in mind, it doesn't really matter what villagers I start off with. I don't really mind what fruit or anything like that. I don't really have a preference either, so I'm just going to enjoy the first few days of gameplay this time round before actually jumping into sort of more of the challenge of the museum completion, of which I have never done actually, so I am looking forward to it. I do have my other 2 islands to complete, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm trying not to think too much about decorating this one, since I have almost completed one. However, I've almost just basically started the other, so I really can't spend too much time decorating this one. However, on the back of the Switch 2's release, I cannot resist starting a brand new island. I really can't. So here we go. It's got peaches, it's snowy because it's January the 1st. I have gone back in time, and I have Ursula, and it's at Sheldon. I'm not not super sure, so I'm going to have to ask, would you please join us for the short orientation session in the nearby plaza? So, okay, our fearless leader himself will be giving the presentation. And once you let me go, let's say hello. So this is Sheldon. I've never had Sheldon before. And this is Ursula. I think I have had her before, but being that the Sicilies are sort of few and far between, that's not too much of a surprise. This is a very short walk to the plaza here, but that's fine. I think there should be enough space for me to put a museum pretty much dead centre. So I think I'll go with that once I have it unlocked. But let's enjoy this sort of early gameplay. And honestly, I thought it might just instantly start the cutscene as soon as I walked into this position, but now I have to walk awkwardly up to Tom there. So is Ursula here? And she is. How about Sheldon? And there he is. And Mumsy, of course. So I don't really know what villagers that I'm going to hunt for. However, I have decided that since it's a museum build, I think I will look for Coco, since she's a kind of like gyroid pot thing, and then also Clay, because he's also kind of like an artifact almost himself. So those are probably the only two that I'm thinking of at the moment. If you have any other suggestions though, go ahead and pop them down below, because honestly, I haven't really thought too much about it. So if you have any suggestions for a museum-esque type island, let me know. And of course, we're to get our tent first. So let's say hello to Tommy over here and collect the tent. And I think I will, as always, find myself a place on the beach, since that's the easiest way of doing it. And is that the map so I can actually see where the beach is? I think it's mostly a right-hand side beach. Yeah, there's a little bit down here, but mostly it's over here on the other side of the airport. Oh, there's Ursula right over there. And here's Sheldon. Oh, we're all very close. That's nice. Where do I want to go? Maybe like if I can tuck myself in this gap. Let's see if it allows me though. No, my tent is huge. I might be able to fit one of those two's tent there though. So I guess I'm going to try here instead. And I'm a little bit too close again. But just by pushing it over by one, that is good enough for me. So there we go. There's my tent. Let's ask Sheldon if he would like some help. It's really nice seeing it in the snow as well. It's a bit different. I'll help find you a spot. What? You help me find a sweet spot to put this tent? Seriously? He's kind of cute, honestly. He's quite cute. I guess I would be more inclined to keep Sheldon than Ursula, because he's newer to me. I suppose I've never had either on camera though, so that's good, that's good. Let's see if I can fit him in this corner. And he certainly will fit. Can I even push it a little bit further back? We'll try and go for optimal space. And I can indeed, so this will do. So that's perfect. And then let's see if we can get Ursula sort of, you know, there's loads of space here. Maybe I'll even try her to put her close to the water up here if it allows me. But let's go get that tent from her now. You know, she's kind of cute, even though I'm not as, I guess, I don't know, I like Sheldon's design a bit better, but she's kind of cute. So even though I said that, I mean, I do tend to get rid of both eventually, but it's not a bad pair of starters at all. So I'm just looking at the space here, and I don't think I could fit two homes in. So I am wondering if I should keep this space very specifically for the shop, since it's quite a large amount of space, and being next to my house is always a bonus. So hopefully she'll fit just down here instead, so she's not too far away. Ah, no luck. I did try both this spot, since that does look large enough to me, and this spot, but no luck. So unfortunately, I can either squeeze her in here, or oh, it's fine. She can just be part of the group. She's going to have to be kind of somewhat in front of Sheldon, but this will do. This would be fine. I always think that the houses can go in a lot smaller spaces than they can. I always do this, and of course I do know they can move later on, so it's not really a problem, honestly. But right, back to the plaza here, where we're going to have our little evening gathering. I don't know how else to describe it really. And of course he's going to want a little bit of help, so let's ask him first. He would like 10 tree branches. So let's run around and see what we can find. Does that mean I can pick all the weeds as well? It does indeed. I won't be doing that immediately because that does take a little while, but I do like to tidy up quite quickly. I love these like little snowflakes. I really want them. I also know that I can shake the trees. I don't think any wasps can spawn. Hopefully I'm not wrong in thinking that, but I suppose I'll find out. And of course I might as well help myself to all the peaches that I find. Okay, and I am back with no incidents to speak of, so let's go ahead and hand in the things that I got for Tom Nook. So here are the tree branches, and of course he's going to ask me now to collect 6 peaches, but I have already picked up every peach that I managed to encounter, so he will hopefully take them straight off me, and there we go. So while we're doing this little campfire thing, I'll go ahead and talk about what I've noticed so far, the differences between the Switch and the Switch 2. So this is my first time playing, so I can't say that I have a great in-depth knowledge. So far the console itself is much larger and a little bit heavier as well than the Switch. The Joy-Cons themselves feel very chunky and large. So maybe that's a good thing, especially if you have larger hands. I don't know if the buttons do feel nicer, but I don't know if that is because my old Switch, the Joy-Cons were starting to get a little bit, they were starting to wander a little bit. The buttons themselves didn't seem to respond quite as quickly as before, so it is nice to have some nice fresh Joy-Cons. As opposed to the I guess the screen, the menus look very nice, since the actual, I think, Animal Crossing game looks very similar to, I think, the OLED. Oh, and here we are, we're naming our island already. So, since I don't have a theme, apart from it being a, I guess, a museum island, I've decided just to call it Curio, which is sort of like a trinket or a collectible. So I'm going to go Curio. I think it leaves it open to potentially a couple different themes if we do decide to go down a theme route. I think it's not very sort of like, wow, like Bramble was very like, you know, it has to be very cottagecore, and I did Pastel, which of course has to be pastel. Curio, open-ended in my opinion, so hopefully you'll agree. But once again, moving on to the Switch 2, the dock is very nice. I do like how it's actually not much larger than the previous dock, which is, you know, a surprise because I have a place for it on my desk and I was thinking it's not going to fit there, but shockingly it does, and that's quite nice. It tucks away quite nicely. The old Switch is not compatible with the new dock, which is a shame since I do like to put my Switch on charge in the dock, so I'm gonna have to get both docks, I suppose, since I'm gonna still use my old Switch. I'm not gonna stop using it. So yeah, I do like all the extra ports. That is quite nice. A word or two. Just interrupting myself there to pay attention to the game. But overall, the design's very sleek and nice. I like how round everything is. And even though the Switch itself is rather large, it is nice. It's like having like almost like a tablet, as opposed to almost like a mobile phone. It's a lot fancier. Then without further ado, a toast to Curio and the happiness of its residents. Cheers! So overall, I do quite like my purchase. But if you are, I guess, solely an Animal Crossing player, and honestly I kind of am, I don't really intend to purchase any of the brand new games yet. There's nothing I think I particularly want, and so I'm kind of just preparing for an Animal Crossing release eventually. So I don't think you're missing out too much, honestly, if you are waiting for the Animal Crossing game to be sort of announced before purchasing a Switch 2. It is nice, don't get me wrong, but it's also perhaps an unnecessary luxury if you're not really interested in any of the new games. So Tofu did get Mario Kart, and he will indeed play any Zelda game that they release, any new Zelda game, and since they do tend to do those quite often, that is a fair purchase in my opinion. I bought one because I record and I can't really miss out, so honestly that's why I have that. And I was about to go to sleep in my tent and I just realised I should probably at least say hello to everyone first. So hello Sheldon, sitting around a campfire with cups of peach juice. It almost feels like we're family. You can call me bro. That's lovely. And Ursula, hello. A party around a campfire on a deserted island. Wow, now this rocks garumph. So hello Tommy. And I don't think he's going to say much, but probably a bit more than Timmy. Curio, what a great name. Rolls off the tongue. Thank you for offering such a wonderful idea to the group. Hello Tom Nook. Having a good time? Yes. I know this is a bit much, so if you feel like taking a short nap in your tent, by all means go ahead. And I will be. Maybe I'll go do that, since I do want to, I guess, just play a little bit more of this game before I wrap up this sort of first episode. So I am looking for any ideas. If you have any ideas for villagers or anything that you think would be a great sort of like throw into this new island, since I'm not really working with a plan this time round, go ahead, because I'm open to all ideas. And of course, here we are. I'm just going to go ahead and open both these, flip this on. Very nice. I could put this radio on as well, and I do like to see what cot that we end up with. So let's see. It's sort of a plain. It's, you know what? It's all very matchy. It's nothing patterned. It's all very nice. Rest my head for a little while. Yes. And I think I will skip this little cutscene, since we don't need to see it, it's alright. And here we are the next morning. Mumsy, are you in there? I hope I haven't woken you abruptly. So, yes, here we are. Let's go ahead and say hello to Tom Nook. I should also mention there is like a chat button. I've not used that on the Joy-Con yet. Well, I have accidentally pushed it twice. I don't really know what it does yet. But it's kind of underneath the home button, and so I just automatically press it thinking it's going to be the home button. Oh yes, my mobile phone, thank you very much, my Nook phone. And of course I suppose I'll be getting my itemised bill any moment now. And here's that bill that I was waiting for. Okay, and I have no money as always. What are bells? Oh ho ho, good one Mumsy. Oh no, you're being serious. So I should mention I am using my old cartridge from my Switch, and I've just popped it into my Switch 2. So I don't have the DLC installed on this Switch. I probably will get it. However, not at the moment. I don't really think I need it, since that's not quite not part of the challenge really. I don't think it really adds much to my challenge. I just want to complete the museum for the very first time. So maybe later. Maybe if we decide we're going to turn this into a themed island of some sort. But we shouldn't be seeing any of the DLC features on this one. Okay, and my new life is underway. I can do what I want. Woohoo. As long as I'm paying my bills. Otherwise I'm just living on a tent in the cold on a beach. Right, here we go. I have my Nook Miles app, and I have Curio Miles, which is very nice to see. Hopefully you like the name. It's a bit of a strange one. It's one of those words that I don't really hear that often, honestly, so it's different. Have you ever heard of a curio cabinet? that's sort of what I know it from. It's kind of just a cabinet where you keep your oddities. It's not very commonplace anymore, but my parents had one at some point. It was mostly filled with glassware, honestly. But let's go find my neighbours. Let's see where they are. I can see Sheldon's tail. So hello there. Yo, Mumsy, that spot you found me is just incredible, thanks. I hope we can keep looking out for each other like this. And I believe cardio is what he's saying as is his catchphrase. And I get a outdoor hat, so try putting it on. So I'll do that straight away. Why not? Let's see, this one. Lovely, I look beautiful. And let's see if we can find Ursula, and you weren't very far at all. I suppose it's quite a small island, so, you know, a little bit of a corner, so you can't be too far away. So, you have a recipe for me for a leaf umbrella, and so I'll be taking that, thank you. But I can't learn it yet since I don't know how to do any DIY, so I'll have to run over to Tom Nook and see what he says about that. But I guess I'll get rid of this. So island togetherness. There we go. That's a little bit more Nook miles. And you know what? I'm gonna put my head on this this bulletin board because let's see. Okay, I was wondering if I'd be able to use the new sort of the mouse control here. It doesn't look like I can. There's not really an option for it. That's actually how about if I do this? If I use X? No. That's kind of a shame. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Can I do it now? No, it doesn't really look like it. What's this one? I don't even know what the X button here does. That is a shame. I don't know if maybe I'm not doing it right. Maybe there is a way of doing it. I was hoping, okay, no. Right, I'll leave it alone then. Because I know you can turn your Joy-Con on its side and use it like a mouse. So I was hoping that'd be a new interactive way to do some drawing on the bulletin board. Okay, and here we are. So he's pulling me over. Oh, Mumsy, welcome, welcome. As you can see, it's quite cozy in here. It's funny how cozy doesn't quite mean comfortable. So yes, early game still. So I would like to unlock everything. Of course, my museum is the top priority. But I'm going to have to build some tools for that. So let's see if he'll let me do that if I come over here. And discover the DIY workbench. Discover is such a strange word. I have discovered it. I'd love to, though, discover some DIY. So first of all, we're going to be making a fishing rod. So I have plenty of tree branches, I believe. 14, plenty. And so let's go ahead and do that. And the only option, that's fine. This is also very important for my museum, of course, since I'm going to be needing to do a lot of fishing. I also want my Critterpedia so I can keep a close tab on what I have and what I don't have. Okay, and there we go. I've got a few recipes installed now. I do have a guide that I'm going to be working off. I have printed it out because I find it slightly easier when I'm recording. I have quite a lot of screens around me, and so it's a bit difficult to also swap between recording and getting out the I think it's the exe, like the file. So printing it out makes it slightly easier for me. Right, and I now have a net as well, so I should be able to do those things. Let's learn these. So I have the space in my inventory, my teeny tiny inventory. Sell pretty much all these peaches to Timmy here, and a couple of shells that I picked up as well. And let's do everything that I have apart from my materials here. So these, please. And 4,140 bells. That is plenty. So yeah, he's going to tell me about how I can eat fruit, which is very nice and kind of him. But let's see what I can purchase. And he has a hammock and a picnic basket and a slingshot, a watering can, some tulips and wildflowers and some mums. I don't really mind what flowers, I don't really have anything in mind. Some saplings and a nice DIY for beginners guide. Why not? Let's buy this first and foremost. Followed by the slingshot. since I would be very sad if I walked out and immediately found a balloon in the sky. That would upset me. And maybe some white mums as well. Being that I'm Mumsy, and honestly, I can just buy like 10 of those. I know that's an achievement. So yeah, I might as well get these flowers going. Okay, and here we are. Oh, there's a snowball. I don't know if this is going to be the only one, since it might be that this one here, wherever it is. Hello? Oh, there you are. Is the only one that I have access to, being trapped on this little island here. I also don't have my ring tool, so I'm actually going to have to hold on to these items. But let's see what other Nook Miles I've managed to get. Just this one. And pick of the bunch, which is for selling all that fruit. Oh, I've got a few. First time buyer. Seller of unwanted stuff. And that looks like that is all. Where am I going to put my flowers? I suppose I'll want them nearby, so maybe in this corner here between all of the houses, just so that I know where they are. I'm reminded every now and again to look at them. Hopefully that means I won't let them go too out of control, because they'll be within eyesight. If I put them far away, sometimes I forget all about them and only remember when they've gone a bit mad. So there we go. And of course I did say that was going to be flower power, which is another 300, so there we go. Right, time to swing this net and find some things, so let's get on that, shall we? First of all, we have the common butterfly. I wasn't sure what it was going to be called then. First of all, I did think it was common, but then I thought, oh, what if that's the yellow one? Is it the Dana? And then it's the damselfly. I am a bit rusty, as you can tell. I will be marking these off as I donate them, so for now, I'll leave them. But I'll do that en masse, since I assume that I'll be getting quite a few today. I also can't really resist catching at least one of these snowflakes. So yeah, it's been a long time since I played in the snow, so I am really looking forward to it. Let's just grab everything that I come across, and I guess I'll just kind of cut this short, and we'll see me just get those bugs and those fish, shall we? Okay, and I've got my first fish. It's a bitterling, I think. Yes, it is. Honestly, I just realised it could have been a stone, so I'm glad that it wasn't. That could have been, I guess, not too embarrassing, but very typical Mumsy. Okay, and there we go. That is a crucian carp. Oh, and another new fish. It's a pale chub. Oh, and is this another snowball? I'm going to see if it is. Hopefully it is. And it's not the same one, just respawned. It's been so long since I've dealt with snowmen that I can't really remember how they work anymore. So, oh, there we go. I'm starting to at least push it up. I'll see if I can put this near to the plaza, and so that way if I encounter the other one, I'll know where this one is. Oh, and I do have two. There's one here. Okay, great. So I've got this large one here, and I'll have this small one. Unfortunately, I don't really remember. Is this too large? This feels a bit big. Will it get smaller if I run over the weeds? Oh, a balloon. Let's get that first. Okay. And let's see what I've got. It's a pilot's hat. Well, why not? I didn't expect a hat change that early. That is quite early, but I'm not mad, not at all. So if I go with this, it should get a bit smaller, I think. Since I don't think it needs to be like the full size. I could be wrong. It just feels very large, that's all. I probably don't want to get it too close to this. It should melt if I get it too close here, or it should slowly start melting next to this fire. Okay, we'll just go with that. I think that's a good location. Let's try and get this to a okay size. I'm not going to use a guide. I'm just going to eyeball it. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. That looks about right, maybe. Maybe it's a bit small, but I think it will do. Let's Give it a go. Are you happy with that? And nice to meet you. Finally, we can talk to face. It's a Snowboy. As you can see, I'm Snowboy. I won't last forever. So let's have some fun on this island while we can. I don't actually know when it stops snowing. So he's actually going to give me a recipe. Is that right? And take a large snowflake too. It's required to craft the item. So did he say he just put that in my belongings? I'll have to have a little look. I hope you craft me again. Hopefully you're happy with that. I think it looks okay. A large snowflake. Oh, to craft the item. Did I get the recipe in here maybe? And it looks like I've got a frozen chair. Is that what he said? I believe so. So I don't really remember exactly what they do apart from give those items. Oh, did I unlock something? Oh, is it just Cast Master? Okay, so I'll go back to catching things since I still have plenty of space. Well, a fair bit of space in my inventory. So let's see what else I can find. And here we have a sea butterfly, and a horse mackerel. So I do realise there's not going to be an awful lot of bugs at the moment, but that's okay. I realise that there's going to be a few days where I'm just doing a lot of gameplay and not a lot of, I guess, like critter collecting. So let's see if I can catch whatever this is. Okay, and I did indeed. So it's a black bass. And is that the last space? No, I've got one more space, so why not fill it? Oh, and I seem to have found myself a double sofa. Okay, why not? I'll keep that with me. Maybe I'll put it in my house. That would have been my Shady Shakedown, my first one. And that's another 300 Nook Miles. And since that's my inventory full, why not try and throw this sofa in here? Since I probably don't want to get rid of it straight away. So I could even put my hat somewhere. So let's place this down. Lovely, a nice solid red colour. And I suppose my hat can just go here. Oh, can I hang it on the wall of my tent? No. I don't know why that gave me that option. I didn't think I could. Right, that'll do for the interior. I'm still finding some things to at least sell or donate. But in the meantime, that is Hoard Reward. So that's the 5 items that I have inside my tent, which is another 300 Nook Miles. So we're certainly getting there. Oh, and this is something different. This is an olive flounder. And let's see, there is a pond, but I've not seen anything spawn in it yet. It's quite a nice little pond, actually. And no, unfortunately, nothing there yet. So let's just see what this is and see if it's something we already have. That's fine. And it is indeed a second black bass, but that's okay. That's my inventory full. Let's return to Tom Nook and see what he has to say. Okay, and here we are. So let's say to him, I found some things. I found a creature. I found several creatures. So you can have this common butterfly first, as it's the first thing that I found. And he's asking to take that to Blathers, so I'm okay with that. And he's going to get me a new app. And is it the Critterpedia? And it is indeed, so that's really going to help me keep track of everything that I have donated. And unfortunately, I'm going to go back in to say that I found another creature. So here is the damselfly. And Blathers is not going to be too happy with these 2 bugs that I'm immediately giving him. But that's okay, I suppose. I'll try and give him a fish next. I think that's all I really have. So yes, I've been enjoying my DIYs. And some recipes for me. That would be lovely. I'd like an axe to get some different types of some wood, some hardwood. And I do get my axe recipe. Fantastic. And once again, I found another creature. And of course, we'll go to the next thing that I caught, which is the bitterling. So there you go. This time it's a fish, so I'm sure he'll be a lot happier with that. You can have that. And of course, another reward, and this time it's some flowers, some red windflowers. So, thank you very much. And he wants some more. Okay, no problem, I've got more. This time we'll go with the next thing. This Grecian cup. To be honest, I wasn't sure if it's 3 or 5, but I'm actually happy it's 5 because that takes a little space in my inventory because it's very teeny tiny, like I said, so I don't have much space. Oh, a watering can perhaps? Okay, we do have the watering can recipe. I just need to collect that softwood first. And of course, the last thing, this pale chub. And of course, send it to Blathers. And there we go, there's a phone call. Everything else I think is going to have to go on the beach next to my home whilst I wait for this this little tent of Blathers to turn up. Well, that is very exciting. Oh, but you have to excuse me, I'm with a customer right now. So that was Blathers on the phone. That was my friend Blathers, the one who curates a museum. And the most important person for this challenge, honestly. So, is it the museum? I think it is, so I better just run next door, clear some space, and make this like this marker here. Right, do I have enough to make anything? I need another tree branch, and I can make myself another flimsy axe and get some wood. So let's see if I can clear the space, and if not, get some stones and some branches. I can't remember just how large this is going to be, and I do want it to be quite equal. Let me just grab everything here that I can find first of all. This is all going to disappear underneath the museum, so I kind of want to collect as much as I can before that happens. And I suppose if I do happen to mess it up, it's okay. I can always move it later. Hopefully, though, I can get it in line with the airport here. Sorry, I'm really stumbling over my words a little bit. So I want it. I want the centre to be sort of here. So I'll just plant this here and this here as a sort of like this is directly in line with this. I clear everything out of the way so it's sort of very noticeable, hopefully. And I want it to be the back of the museum to be in line with here. So let's. I suppose I could leave these here as a sort of marker. That's where I want the edge to be. Not this. Not this. So I want the very edge of it to be in line with there and central with this. So let's give that a go. I might even pull this forward a little bit so I can see it even better. So this one and this one. That doesn't look quite right. Does it not have a centre? Oh no, is it like a one centre? Is it one of the odd ones where it's not a double centre like everything else? Oh, it is, isn't it? That is painful. I will admit. I mean, I can always give it like a wiggly road and that'll be fine. It's just a little bit annoying, honestly. Right, do I want it to be side by side? Oh, okay, I can always move it if I don't like it, but this will do for now. It's one of those things that I always forget. It's so annoying. It's the same thing with the did I even push it back all the way? I didn't. Oh, that's terrible. I did a terrible job. But then again, this obviously will come forward in time, so I can give it its own sort of like border back here with some custom codes perhaps. So not ideal, but it's down, so that's great. Let's throw everything else I have maybe just directly outside it. So this first, then this one. Oh, that didn't take very long to do, did it? Okay. I don't accidentally want to sell any of these things, so let's just try and place everything like this. So throw some flowers down on the ground, and I'll do that here again. And essentially just clear out this inventory. Let's sell a few more things. And you know what? I guess I'm virtually done, honestly, for today. And I'll be back very soon with my next part. So I guess I'll go speak to Tom Nook right now. But honestly, I'm kind of done for today. I think that'll do. A little bit of a anticlimactic end with it not being like perfectly centre, but what can I do about that? Not much, unfortunately. So I'm being dragged over, and I did indeed find a nice suitable spot for Blathers. So that's great. Off camera, I'm gonna pick up some weeds. I'm gonna get plenty of wood. I'm gonna do all that good stuff. So I don't believe he has anything else to say to me. No, it doesn't look like it. So fantastic. I'll leave it there for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're looking forward to how Curio develops. I've never really done a full Critterpedia before. I've not got all the artwork before. I've definitely done all the fossils. I think I've done all the fish, but not all the bugs. And I certainly have never done all the sea creatures. So this is going to be exciting for me. It's going to be a first time for me. So I'm very happy about that. And I'm just gonna speak to this machine before I forget. But of course, I have no money, so I'm probably not gonna buy anything at all. I just want to remember and get my Nook miles from that. Maybe next time I join you, I'll have enough Nook miles saved up to pay off my first home loan and get a proper home up and going. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So remember, MumsyWord, goodbye.